Hey guys, I figured that I should share my story with you guys since I had already been sharing up until now um, how my pregnancy was going and everything like that. Um, so I was at work and I I kind of felt weird. I don't know. I kind of felt like I was gonna pass out, and then um, I went to the restroom and I had started, bleeding some more. So I wasn't sure if it was kind of like the same thing I was that happened before with the SCH, and I didn't want it to be anything close to what happened the week before, last week, and because that was just it was crazy, it was scary, and I don't know. It was wild, and so I wanted to touch base with my doctor and just kind of get maybe reassurance from him. And so I called, and he told me, well, one of the other doctors told me to come back to the ER so that I can get checked out and everything, and so that they can do an ultrasound. And I did, except it was a lot different. Like this time, I knew that something was wrong. I felt um, I don't know. I felt like it was pointless to go, and it wasn't. I mean, it was useful, and they gave me medication there and everything, and they kind of like explained everything. But I kind of already knew that things were gonna take a turn for the worst when we got there. But I just stayed positive, and I texted my guy before I went, and I was just kind of like, hey, like I'm going back to the hospital. My doctor said, come to the ER, and so he met me there. And we went in, we did a few pelvic scans, and then they did an ultrasound and then an internal ultrasound. And obviously, they don't tell you anything right there. They kind of like do it, and then they give it to whoever they need to give it to. And then one of your nurses or doctors comes in and talks to you about it. Um, at least that's what happened before. This time we were put in observation, and we were waiting for quite a while before our nurse that did the ultrasound actually came back. And that surprised me because before that hadn't happened. And so she came back, and she basically was like, we wanted to give you the bad news. You've had a miscarriage, and um, the good news is that it all happened naturally. You don't have to get the DNC, you don't have to get the surgery or anything to do any cleaning out or anything like that after you take these pills. You should go back to normal within the next couple of months and things like that. And I sat there and I wasn't crying at first because I knew already, but I didn't want to like make it real at first, I guess. And I looked over at my guy, and he looked at me, and I just kind of like, I felt like I couldn't hear, I couldn't see anything. I just felt like my heart was like pumping really fast, and I like just started crying, and it was a big ordeal. And I just felt like I felt sad, and I felt angry. I was talking to another friend of mine about it, and I just kind of felt like upset that, you know, I've seen so many people that have carried more than one child, and I didn't even get to carry mine. And this is my first one, and it's only one. So it's not like I had, 4 to 5 babies at once, and it's this huge complication because, my body just can't handle it. And I was angry, and I was upset, and I was also relieved. And that sounds sort of bad to say, but I mean, I was relieved because we had been going back and forth to the ER. We had been going back and forth to the doctor. We kept getting like, oh, you'll be fine, but on the other hand, you won't. We kept getting like, oh, the bleeding will continue, but it might go away. And we never got any definite answers. We never got any like reassurance. They kind of gave us false hope. It was like, oh, your baby is fine. She's perfect. She's great. She's healthy. And then, but the bleeding may continue, which may cause a miscarriage. So it wasn't like I wasn't aware, but I was thinking optimistically, and I was hoping that everything would be okay despite all these odds, because I've been always a very strong person and I've been through a lot, and I always kind of beat the adversity or the obstacle that I had, and this wasn't something that I could control, and it wasn't something that I could solve on my own, and or at all. And so there was so I had the follow up with my doctor the next day, or 2 days later, yesterday, and he basically was just like, sometimes women feel like, I had too much sex, or I did too much walking, or I exercised too hard. And he's like, there's nothing you could have done. Like, it's not like you did anything to your baby to cause you to have a miscarriage. And while that made me feel better, it also just made me feel worse, because I was just kind of like, so even if I wanted to, there was nothing I can do. Even if I knew ahead of time, there was nothing that I could prevent to keep this from happening, or nothing I could do to prevent this from happening. And it's one of those cases where any answer is going to be a bad answer. Like, you could tell me that, oh, it's all for the good, and I'm still going to cry. And like, or you could say, it wasn't the right time, and I'm probably still going to cry. Like, I just, it's not one of those things where I can have an optimistic reason as to why it happened yet. I mean, it's only been a few days, and I am slightly closer to healing physically, since it did happen naturally, like over the last few days. I don't have to get like the surgery or whatever, and so I'm basically fine on that front. Like, I'll finish taking the medicine, and then after that, anything that's left will be taken out. But emotionally, I'm just like all over the place. The doctors gave me a note from work. I had 2 days off already, and then they gave me a note until Monday, and that was good, because I didn't think that I would need that much time, but every day when I wake up, I'm just relieved that I don't have to go and put on some kind of happy face or happy voice while I'm at work, because I'm just not over it. I'm not over it yet, and I'm just not ready to face a lot of other people. And Tony took me shopping, and my friend Z took me shopping, and we went to eat, and did a spa day, and that was great, and I really thank her for that. And it was fun. I just woke up this morning, and I'm thinking, like, I'm not gonna be a mom anymore, and that was like something that I had to look forward to. I mean, I felt like I would have been a great mom, or I would have been a loving mom, or a caring mom, or I have all this joy and love and happiness to give, and all these great vibes to give. And I mean, I won't get that chance. And everyone wants to say, oh, you're young, and you're vibrant, and you're healthy. And I'm like, obviously not. Like, my guy didn't want children before, and this was kind of a surprise to us. And he loves me, and I love him, and all that jazz. And so we're obviously not going to do that again. Not, with us together. And we're going to be together. So the chance of me having another child would have to be very slim to none. And maybe I'm just skeptical, which I would not put that past me at this point. But, it's just how I feel right now. And I am hoping that I'll get over it eventually. I know that I'm gonna heal, and I have so much support and so much love from, other people, or like family members, or, friends of the family. But I wasn't ready for it to happen yet. I wasn't ready for, and I mean, I guess in a way that seems crazy, because you don't want to have like a miscarriage further along into your pregnancy. And it's good, I guess, that I had the miscarriage this early, but I just wasn't ready, and I wasn't prepared mentally or emotionally. I mean, I knew it might have been a chance, but I just wasn't, before, when we thought we'd had a miscarriage, I was upset, but I didn't feel it. And that didn't really make sense before, because I still was holding on to this hope that maybe I was just crazy and I could still be pregnant. And now, since all of that is completely impossible, it feels different. Like, it feels like, there's no hope. And that's just not a good feeling to have. It's hard, and I feel really saddened for women that have done this more than once, because I could not imagine, you know, believing that I was pregnant or having a child and then knowing kind of how it works and then go into another one and have a miscarriage. Like, I could not, like, I give kudos to those moms that are strong and that go through it and they come out of it and they're healthy and they're happy and they move on, because it's just not something that you want to do more than once. And there's that. So I like doing this. I do. It's not that. Actually, it is that. It's weird. Talking to a camera and knowing that you guys can't respond back to me while I'm saying things. But I don't know. It seems really fun, and I kind of want to continue my channel. Obviously, not about my pregnancy, of course, but I kind of want to just continue with like the other options that I had. I was gonna, do my natural hair videos and things like that, as long as, or in addition to, and now I can just do that. So I'll most likely do that soon. I did, to end the video on a happy note, I bought some new hair items. Like, I got this this Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen, Grow, and Restore Leave-In Conditioner, because I wanted something to, leave in my hair after I, do my wash and goes and things like that. And then the other thing that I got was a co-wash conditioner from Shea Moisture and cleanser. I actually don't know how to use that, so I'm going to probably watch a bunch of different videos before I, So I figured this would be something fun to do, and it'd also be something distracting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it'll be fun, and I'm excited, and you guys can just grow with me or watch me grow, or however that's supposed to work. Thank you for watching. Bye.